Shalom, friend of God. Welcome to day 25. Thank you. Since the 7-day Sabbath plays such an important role in Earth's final event, it is very essential that one understands which day is the 7-day Sabbath. As we have seen, the 7th day became a holy day at creation. And you will find this in Genesis 2, verse 1 to 3. I read, "Thus the heavens and the earth were finished, and all the host of them. And on the 7th day God ended his work which he had made, and he rested on the 7th day from all his work which he had made. And God blessed the 7th day and sanctified it, because that in it he had rested from all his work which God created and made." Therefore, Adam and Eve would have had the 7-day Sabbath in the Garden of Eden before sin entered this world. So the 7-day Sabbath is as much a part of planet Earth as the ground we walk upon and the air we breathe. After sin entered this world, the 7-day Sabbath did not change. When God called Israel out of their bondage in Egypt, he commanded them to begin keeping the 7-day Sabbath as a holy day. And you will find this in Exodus 16. Exodus 16 records God giving Israel manna each day of the week except on the 6th day, when he gave them twice as much, so they would not have to gather it on the 7th day. So also note, this chapter 16, Exodus 16, comes before Exodus 20, which is the chapter that records the 10 commandments that were given to Moses on Mount Sinai. So the 10 commandments were simply a reiteration of God's law that he had passed down among God's people from generation to generation. So this is God's law, not man-made laws that we follow, but God's law that has been passed down from generation to generation. Jesus also recorded as keeping the 7-day Sabbath holy. And you will read that in Luke 4, verse 16. You will also find the phrase, as his custom was, which indicates he was a habitual Sabbath keeper. So I'm sure this would be expected, since he said he did not come to destroy God's law, but to fulfill it. And you will find that in Matthew 5, verse 17. So Jesus fulfilled every requirement of God's law for us, which is very essential for us to experience righteousness by faith in Jesus Christ. So we are to experience both his justifying and sanctifying righteousness. So Jesus' perfect obedience to God's law included the 4th commandment, which was very necessary for him to make perfect righteousness, which is perfect obedience to God's law available to us. Considering that the Bible records Israel keeping the Sabbath from Moses' time onward. So, from Moses' time onward, which should have reached us. So I'm sure you simply ask the question, which day does the Orthodox Jews keep as Sabbath today? Not that we care. The answer is simple. Every Saturday, the Orthodox Jews go to the synagogue as part of keeping the 7-day Sabbath. Christian history is just as clear on this issue. Apostle Luke tells us that Jesus died on, which you'll find Luke 23 verse 52 to 56. He will tell you, if you go read those scriptures, which day Jesus died. Also, you will find the same answer in Luke 24 verse 1 and 2. So the preparation day rested in the tomb on the Sabbath day. So he was prepared. What do we call it? Good Friday. Preparation day. That he was rested in his tomb on Sabbath day and was resurrected on the first day of the week. Which is that? Do you know? The first day of the week, Sunday. Sun, let there be light. The first day of creation. So, there should be no more question concerning Saturday being the 7th day of the week. The 7-day Sabbath has continued as a holy day ever since this world was created. Ever since this earth was created. It will always and also be a holy day when this sinful world is replaced by the new earth. And you'll find this in Isaiah 66 verse 22 and 23. I read, "For as the new heavens and the new earth which I will make shall remain before me, said the Lord, so shall your seed and your name remain. And it shall come to pass that from one new moon to another, and from one Sabbath to another, shall all flesh come to worship before me, said the Lord." So the evidence is irrefutable. Irrefutable. Saturday is the 7-day Sabbath. As we have seen, Sunday cannot be substituted for Saturday as a holy day. And it can become a major issue during Earth's final events. So, as we get ready to wrap it up today, when Sunday is enforced as a holy day, when no man can buy and sell, he is acknowledging the sacredness of Sunday, but not on Saturday. Then the mark of the beast will be in effect. So, that's why I recommend that those with the mindset of Sunday is the only holy day, we should take a step back to Saturday. We started on the true Sabbath day, the day God gave to us. And then we praise and worship Him for his creation on the first day of the week. So it is very clear that we understand the issue and that we are clear on which day is the 7-day Sabbath that God commands us to keep in the fourth commandment, holy. Thank you guys for watching. I will leave some question for you to reflect on in the comments. Like, share, and comment.